To show you how to cap pitcher outs using handigraphs. Whoop, oh, there you go. All right, so using today as an example, games have already happened. If you're watching this, the games have definitely already happened. So here's what we're doing. The stats that I care about when it comes to pitchers outs are first pitch strike percentage, which is FPS. Higher means that you are getting ahead of counts, thus probably throwing less pitches. Lower means you are behind in counts, thus you are probably walking guys. So, or you are just throwing a lot of pitches. The other thing, third time through the order. That's this one all the way over here. Pitches per plate appearance is something I care about too. I don't care as much about outs per started. That's there. It's there to help you. But pitches per plate appearance is important because look, if you are doing 4.3, if you do an average of 5 pitches per person to give you a full count, this means that you are leaning on the side of maxing out on how many pitches you're throwing a player. So I want guys with high third time through the orders, and I want guys that have low first pitch strikes if I'm going to take an under on an outs. So let's take a look at this. I like to start with the last 3 because I like seeing that as a current form. We're going to look. We got, let's use Randy Vasquez here. So Randy Vasquez, you can actually see how many innings he's pitched the last, again, we don't know there was rain delays or anything that may have caused that, but we're looking at this now. We're seeing this. 13 and a half innings in his last few. He's actually been way worse than his actual ERA. He's walking a lot of guys, and he's not K'ing guys. So this is all a recipe for an under. He is throwing a lot of pitches in the zone, which is probably leading to a pretty high BABIP, and I'm going to guess that it is. Oh, as BABIP's actually been pretty in control. But when people are hitting him, they're hitting him hard. So we see all that, and then we see that he's finding ways to get guys out, but he's getting them on there. Pretty high on the pitches per plate appearance. But the second half of this equation is how is the team that he is playing doing? So we already know, we're going into this knowing, hey, Randy Vasquez, you throw a lot of pitches. I don't know if you have the stuff to go distance, which is really a guy who's going to throw a lot of Ks. So let's go to his opponent. You can click this, automatically goes to the batters page. This isn't automatic. I actually just did this beforehand. I like doing the last 30 plate appearances because it tells you current form. But there's a lot of blue here on this St. Louis Cardinals team. In their last 30 plate appearances against righties, that means that they are not hitting well. Most importantly, when it comes to outs, OBP, on base percentage, all of these are pretty low. There's 2 guys that have red, which is pretty elite. Everyone else just not getting on base. So while I will tend to look at and bet the side that is arguably contrarian, it's going to be plus money or it's going to be the least amount of juice. I'm going to look at something. It's probably where Vasquez might be able to sneak by and get some extra outs because this is just not a team that's hitting well and probably isn't going to be able to get through them. So we look at that, and that's something that's extremely important when you are looking at capping outs. The other thing that I do, look at everything else, go to tomorrow, go to SDP. So Dylan Cease is going tomorrow. All right. And we know that Dylan Cease over his last 3 compared to Vasquez, look, he has some innings. He can go a little bit deeper, right? So he's faced more batters, the works. So that's something that you need to be thinking about for today, because if today's guy hasn't been pitching a lot because he's been getting saved by his bullpen, and tomorrow's guy has a tendency to go deep, today's guy's probably going to have his bullpen in there helping him out. The third and final piece of all of this, you go to bullpen, go to depth chart. Let's look at SDP. On Friday, they only used 2 guys. So just as I had said, they have everyone pretty much available today to help out on Randy Vasquez. So while a lot of the metrics are saying, hey, Randy Vasquez should go under, I think we would want to probably lean towards the over. I don't know what the line is. I don't have it in front of me. But you're now understanding all the pieces that I take into account when I do this. I think the best way to approach is to look at the first pitch strike percentage, look at his third time through the order, which for Randy Vasquez is just really bad, and look at the pitches per plate appearances, and then map it to having a batting lineup that is, you want to see all this being red. That's for sure fire and under. This could go either way. You could probably make the case, but now you have an idea of like what to look for and how to do it. So hopefully you can watch some more videos. I'm Adam at Hey Rosenberg. If you have any questions, just let me know. And thanks again for using Handigraphs.